Why I why I chose Jack Goes Boating to be the first film I direct is it's kind of it wasn't my idea. First off, it was John Ortiz's idea. To be honest, it kind of Big Beach came and saw the play, Peter Seraff, and they really dug it. And so I think they had they were interested in they thought it could be a film, and anyway, it came up. I found out about this after the fact. I think we had already finished doing the play. And I was at a table with Bob Glaudini and John Ortiz at the lobby of the Public. And John said, "You should direct it. You should direct it and act in it." I was like, "Well, I'm not going to do both." And I was really, really set on that. But the director was like, "Huh. Yeah, sure," because I've directed a lot of plays with the theater company. So anyway, that's how it started. That part of it was the one hard part, I have to say. I'm glad I had played the part before in a play version, even though it was much different in the film. That helped. I think if I hadn't, it would have been much even harder. Because he's a real character. He's not me in a lot of ways, and so I had to really do. There's some serious work that needed to be done, and specific work to make this guy come off the way he does, and I had to be available to the other people. And this film, it's a small movie. It's basically centered on 4 people. So there's a lot of scenes it's just you and another person, or it's you and 2 other people. So there's not a lot of room. You're half of the acting, and so the scene I'm in a lot of the movie, and so that was tricky. I basically play a guy who's probably had a few relationships in his life, but nothing really substantial. Lives by himself. Fear. Fear's kind of dictated his, comings and goings for the first half of his life. And but that's it. He's not stunted. He's not, slow. He's not anything. He's just a guy. He's just kind of at the age of 45 and maybe has been laid a couple times at tops. You know what I mean? Tops. And it's all fear, because the guy actually is kind of a cool guy. The movie about the movie starts and you're smack where you're bang right in the middle of the moment when these 4 characters are on the verge of doing something, but you don't know that when you're watching. That's what's, I think, really wonderful about the movie, is that you slowly start to see, oh, this is more than it seems to be. This is really about the sum of its parts. And that we're meeting 4 people that are right on the brink of actually having to make a major change. And if they don't, that will be a major change in itself. In the movie, I get to explore a lot of different events that I didn't explore in the play physically. You see me in different environments. You see me dealing with characters I only talked about in the play. So you get to see him kind of deal with more things. And that actually is very helpful, because that is something you do when you're working on a play, is you try to explore the things that aren't in the play itself to kind of fill in everything. Here I got to literally do that. And so it did affect my performance, I think. I think the performance in the film is more subtle. Not subtle and you can't see it, it's smaller. But subtle in the fact that I did start to see other things that I could explore, another way to look at it. And that was cool, because it gave me a whole different way of, I wasn't bored. I really was able to go back in there and kind of look at the part in a different way and actually perform it slightly different, which I think actually was better.